If y'all don't know who this ghoul looking son of a bitch is, this is Jason Van Dyke, or I should like to call him Jason Van Dickhead, who was responsible for the blatant murder of Laquan McDonald back in 2014. There was some shady shit, I'm telling you, going on with that murder, and the cover up for it was extremely real. From how many times he shot Laquan McDonald, which was 16 times, and could have been more if the cop that he was with didn't stop him from reloading and putting in another chamber and trying to shoot him some more, to them purging of those tapes from that McDonald's that was across the street that recorded them. It was a lot of stuff that was very fishy about that entire case. Now, this article that comes from the Daily Beast was just sent to me. And this is why I say words matter. Because just in the title alone, I was already pissed off. The title reads, Cop's Attorney Killing Laquan McDonald Lawful Because He Was on a what quote unquote wild rampage. What? Wild rampage? When I hear that and they describe how he was walking through the city with this little pocket knife in his hand, you know what that says to me? How many of y'all seen the movie King Kong? Do y'all remember the part where they brought him back to New York, or brought him to New York, and he got free and went on a wild rampage? Laquan McDonald, young black kid, they call it a wild rampage, and we know that they love to call black people monkeys and apes and gorillas and whatnot. Same fucking difference. But I'm trying to figure out how in the hell does someone go on a wild rampage and all they have is a little knife in their hand? They were this close to calling him a fucking terrorist, if they wanted to call him that. But you want to know what else pissed me off about this? Let me scroll down in this article because I don't plan on reading the entire thing. Let me see. Let me keep scrolling because it was something else that stuck out to me. Besides the obvious fact when they said race didn't play a factor into this, which we all know is some bullshit. But the part where they said because Laquan McDonald did not make eye contact with the officers, that automatically made him a threat, or it meant he was up to no good. So you mean to tell me that because he chose not to make eye contact with Jason Van Dickhead or any of the other officers, but especially Jason Van Dickhead, that he had to be some kind of a threat to them? See, this is that thing where a lot of white people, especially those who wear that damn uniform, as the Jedi calls it, that fucking costume, feel that they should have all of our undivided attention at all times. So the fuck what he chose to ignore you, or he decided not to look in your face. Because even if he was looking in your face, you know what you would have said? They would have came up with some other shit and said, he looked at me funny. I remember it was a story that came out of Florida a couple years ago where they said they killed this black guy because he was giving them domineering stares. Meaning he was looking at them in a very wicked or eerie way to the point where it looked like he could have just jumped out at him at any time and just attacked them, which didn't happen. Because of course in that case, he was unarmed. Domineering stares. I will never forget that. It's like we are damned if we do, damned if we fucking don't. Both of those shits in this article, the wild rampaging and not staring or not looking him in the face, blew me. And then have the nerve to say that we should respect them and that they quote unquote have the hardest job in the world. No, they don't. If you look up any top 10 most dangerous jobs in establishment, being a police is not even on the goddamn list. It's not on any of the lists. Just like they love to say that all this crime comes out of Chicago and all that stuff. And Chicago's not even in the top 50 most dangerous cities in America. You can pull up any list and you will see that. They are so full of shit and so goddamn transparent, it's not even funny. But like I said, the wild rampage, making it seem like he was going around terrorizing the city and going around attacking people and whatnot. The only thing they said he was doing with that knife was he was going around slashing tires. And that was it. We have all these white kids out here shooting up fucking schools, and they don't say they going on a wild rampage. They don't even call them fucking terrorists, even though they are committing terroristic acts. But they use these labels on us for the most minuscule of things. And then the media blows it up to make it seem like it's something even more bigger than what the fuck it is. To try to prove a point. But I and many others are too smart for their bullshit. Unfortunately, us being too smart for their bullshit definitely does not outweigh the amount of people that do believe their bullshit. To them, our opinion and our facts that we bring don't even matter. That's why when shit happens to them, I say I feel nothing. And I mean just that. Because mainstream media will have you believe that Laquan McDonald deserved everything that happened. I even read somewhere else in here where it said that he was a scared cop. And I was like, that's going into that whole I fear for my life narrative that they love to use to try to excuse them for the wrongdoings that they committed. As far as I am concerned, fuck Jason Van Dickhead. They even tried to put in here saying he's married with 2 kids. Well, fuck his family too. At least he gets to go home to his family. Laquan McDonald does not. His family had to go on for the rest of their life without him around. Now, if this was a white kid named Larry, they would have tried to make some kind of understanding and tried to, deal with him accordingly without using lethal force. And if they did, the most they probably did would have probably tased him. But this motherfucker right here shot him 16 times. He shot him. Laquan McDonald was already down. I think he probably was still alive, but it was not enough for him. So what did he do? He stood over his body and shot him until he got the 16 shots. And then to make matters worse, he reloaded his goddamn gun to continue executing him after he was already dead. And they want to tell us that they're not safe? Do you know that when he got suspended without pay, the goddamn union for the police department that he worked for hired him as a fucking janitor? So he was still working there, just not as a cop. Don't tell me how this damn beast doesn't operates. I know how they do. I've been doing this commentary for over 2.5 years. The shit gets old and tiring. And they're trying to do whatever they can to try to make this perp walk for his death, for murdering this kid. Because the charges that they brought him on is 1st-degree murder, in which I think is a perfect charge because he shot him 16 times. And I think aggravated assault and some other charge, but they really want that murder in the 1st degree because that right there can give him a life imprisonment sentence without parole. We are all as a collective sick of all of this shit. All of it. That's why when I see people like Lisa do videos about their opioid plagues, I smile. When I see them suicide rates continue to rise, I smile. When I see, and as crazy as this may sound, when I see them doing them videos or them stories about them school shootings or whatever, I may bust a little bit of a smirk. It may not be a full smile, mainly because I already know who the perpetrator is going to be. And it goes against their narrative. That's why I smile, because it goes against their narrative. Not so much the act itself, but because I know that the mainstream media can't spin it, but they will try, because they still won't call them a terrorist. They'll say that they were troubled. So, but it is what it is. Always so worried about what we're doing when they got a whole bunch of shit going on in their backyard. Backyard is so goddamn filthy you can't even see the goddamn grass. I didn't even expect the video to go on this long, but like, this shit pissed me off. And believe it or not, I'm recording this video at 5:30 in the morning. And I have this much energy. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links to the article and contacts will be in the description. The links to the shirts will be pinned down in the comments. I'll talk to you in the next one.